We'll go right to Dontay Corleone, who was on his list. Mike, you had Dontay number 3, and I had him number 4, I believe. Number 5, excuse me. Out of Cincinnati. Let me get his numbers real quick, and then you can talk them up. Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
Like 325.
Close, 6'2", 318. He's a fourth-year junior, so he's been around for a little bit. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, so he also may not play this year with blood clot issues they discovered over the course of the offseason, similar to like what Trey Smith had coming out. But he is stout, man. I mean, he really, at that size, is difficult to move, can really get underneath offensive linemen's pads. I love that he kind of knows who he is, too, and he'll just fire off low and say good luck, kind of the same way, we saw from like Byron Murphy towards the end of last year for Texas, where it's just when you have that body type, when you have that level of explosiveness, it presents a challenge for opposing offensive interior linemen. So I like that about his game. I think he really has some range to his work in the running game. They play him a lot of like pure zero, head up nose, where he has to basically read which way it's going, get there before the center. And I thought he consistently was able to do that. So probably a nose tackle at the next level, but hopefully we see him play this year because the guy is very talented.
I didn't know about the blood clot. So, yeah, hopefully that works out for him. But to your point about him putting him over the nose, he consistently gave sort of these undersized zone centers trouble.
Oh, my God. That poor kid from, what's it, Houston?
Houston game was a bad game for the Houston kid.
Yeah, that kid was like coming out of the huddle and was just saying, again.
All right, so you watched him, Rick. What do you think about Dontay?
Yeah, he is a powerful human being now. I just didn't like his length. But first step quickness, flashed a little bit of pass rush, the range, like Mike said. The only reason I didn't have him in I went with Howard Cross over him as my 5th, just because I think he's a nose. I think Cross is a 3 technique, so I went with the 3 technique over the nose.
All right. I won't say anything until we get through this thing, to this next section here. You're 2-2, Rick. Match the comp with the person. Kenny Clark, Christian Boyd.
I'm going to go with Ryan this time, and I'm going to go Kenny Clark.
Wrong.
Oh, I should have went with my instinct.
I like the Kenny Clark comp, and I thought about it. Christian Boyd, obviously, I think he was a day 3 guy. I like Christian Boyd a lot coming out, but just the way he's built gave me Corleone vibes. And Mike touched on it. Like, you can't say Byron Murphy, but he looks like that if you're sort of squinting and watching him play. But the Kenny Clark one I feel much better about. So that's on me, Rick.
Comp was?
Who?
This short, squatty, athletic, Mozzie Smith.
Okay. Yeah.
Mozzie. That's. I know Mozzie was insanely athletic, but in terms of production, I don't think.
But Twitch and everything, when Mozzie went, he looked like this kid.
No, you're right. I was trying to. Speaking of Michigan,